What's good, social media? It's your boy Nick Love and the K9 ProSeeds. So now we get into a video I had found on YouTube. The name was called Rough Reactive Player Learns from Prince. This here video, we're going to take a small, shallow dive into the ways you should not be teaching your working dog. But also we get into the details of how other things are similar to this working dog as well. It's a video I had found from Beckman Dog Channel. No, Beckman Dog Training Channel. I'll be sure to leave a link in the description below so you can see the video for yourself if you want to. So let's go on and get into it. But first, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so you can catch all the updates for the dog information I put up here anytime I got a new video. And don't forget to hit that bell up top so we can scratch the win in the comment section for the first hour.
That's exactly what he needed. Okay, this is a fascinating session that I did the other day with a 9-month-old Pitbull. You see him jumping.
That's not a pit bull. That's like a blue bred dog or something. That's not a pit bull. That's like a bully bred dog.
On the owner, being generally wild. I am going to jump back to some, look at him, wildness, barking. I'm going to jump back to some original, look at him, look at him. Look in his eyes, okay? He kind of loses his mind a little bit, and you're going to see a crazy session. You're going to see Prince.
This man is sitting here watching the dog, which I think is probably a puppy, sit here hop up and down playing with his owner, and he's calling him wild and crazy. Telling you, look in his eyes. Like this dog is doing something outrageous. Let's keep checking it out.
Start to become like my old dog Bosco. All right, you occasionally see it in these sessions that I post, but I think you're gonna see it the most in this session. Okay, he's great with dogs, he's gonna be good with dogs, but he's gonna tell dogs and this dog what's up, and he's gonna say you can't do that, and I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna slow down some clips too. It's a really interesting body language session to watch Buddy, this dog, and to watch my dog. I'm going to jump back and forth to the original audio because I think it's important. So the first thing that you're going to hear in the original audio is me tell him exercise. Look at this dog. Look how strong he is. Look how thin he is. He's not too thin. He's perfect. He's muscly. He's young. He needs exercise, right?
This man called this fat looking dog thin. This lets you know that the breed that he deals with, I don't know what kind it is, but apparently they're bigger than this dog, and this dog here is just fat. He's just a fat little dog, healthy little dog, but they called him thin.
This guy with training's not going to do anything unless he does a good job at exercising.
Training does wonders for any and every dog.
The dog, he needs to do a great job at exercising this dog though.
I'm not saying you have to take him on a 2-mile hike well, I kind of am. 2 miles isn't that far.
Yeah, it's not that far.
Like every other day, I would rather you do a mile every day than 2 miles every other day.
If they need it every day.
They need something every day. Coupled with, he's got to wrestle with dogs. He's too athletic.
This is a no-no. That is an absolute no-no. You do not do what this individual is saying to do with this type of dog, period. Even though this particular dog is not an American Pitbull Terrier, it's still of the Pitbull class. You don't do that.
He's in the craziest time. You have him at the 9 months is the hardest time to own a dog.
9 months is not the hardest time to own a dog. It's almost not a hard time owning any dog at whatever age they are, depending on what you want them to do. At 9 months, they can still be trained to do anything you want.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, wow.
You got it. You're in the middle of it. It's the worst. Plus, he's got some other issues. Like he's got a lot of space to run around, and he chose to just sit here and nip you, and he hasn't gone within 10 feet of you.
So now I'm going to tell him to walk around just to get the dog moving. People come out and they want their dog to run and explore this place and swim and run in the pasture, and it's really healthy for dogs, and he wasn't leaving him. So I said, walk around, get this guy away from you, let him run around. All right, in a minute, you are going to see him meet Prince, and this is where the action is going to start. He has, I think, like one doggy friend, but he just doesn't have many. And a dog like this, He needs to play. He needs to wrestle with other dogs. The problem
No, don't do that at all.
is, you're going to see the problem in a minute. He is not aggressive. However, he is going to be aggressive unless we really get to work on this guy.
They put a muzzle on this dog. They put a muzzle on this dog.
And you're going to see why. He's 9 months old, and you're going to hear me in the original audio say multiple times, he's not afraid of the fight. He's not looking to fight, but he ain't afraid to do it. And he will push a dog to go at him so that he gets in something that resembles a fight. I don't think he would have bit a dog a single time today, but in a month he will. In 3 months he definitely will. So he's got the muzzle on, so I'm not terribly worried. And there's moments when he looks really good. His play today is 95% play. His body language, 95% play. There's 5% that is not play though. But again, it's not aggressive. You're going to see really good moments of this guy. And that's why it's interesting. Really great moments. And then moments where he's basically saying, what's up? Let's play as rough as we can possibly play. And if it happens, if a little fight happens, he's fine with it.
This dog was still engaged with another animal. The last thing you want to do is put this dog around another dog that's willing to show dominance over him when he's showing a willingness and enthusiasm to create engagement and initiate contact.
Okay, so you're going to see Prince. Prince is being perfect. This is the first sign of not greatness, right there. Okay, just the chasing and the over the back, and Prince is already like not down with it. Plus, this guy's obsessed with smelling other dogs. Okay, so now he does.
All dogs smell every dog. Outside of dogs having eyesight, they also use their nose to smell, but they use it to see what's in their environment, where they're at. If they're smelling another dog's ass or penis or whatever it is, they actually use their nose to see as well, outside of their eyes. Now, they can't see with their nose like they can their eyes, but their nose can send signal to their brain to let them know what's happening with this animal, where this animal has been, if this animal is sick, if it's healthy. They are able to recognize about themselves and other animals just like that, just through using their nose. Perfect example, if you have an animal, when you go home, the animal probably happy to see you all the time. If you go visit somebody and they have a dog, and you come back home and the dog smells you before it actually greets you, the dog is smelling where you come from. He's able to see where you've been and what's been around you through his nose. That's normal. And this dog here is smelling a whole lot, a little bit more excessively, because he's trying to smell the dog, but trying to smell it through that muzzle. It's kind of throwing him off a little bit.
I'm going to make this a two-parter because there's so much good stuff in it. All right, now you're going to hear what I say to this guy and see some action.
Because good boy Prince, I got to keep watching the whole time. Good boy Princey, that's our good boy. It's exactly what he needed.
The last thing you want to do is put this dog around another dog that's willing to show dominance over him when he's showing a willingness and enthusiasm to create engagement and initiate contact. The last thing you want to do is allow another dog to try to discipline this animal at this size just to try to make him submit to something. Even though this is a puppy, this puppy is literally showing no signs of fear of this grown dog. This man is sitting here telling you that he needed to be corrected by this dog Prince in a dominant way so that he will make this dog submit and teach him some manners. Man, that's not about to happen, dude.
That's exactly what he needed, is what I told him, because it is. The timing of Prince going at him was exactly what he needed. We could have a leash on him. We could give him corrections. Nothing works as well as another dog giving him a correction. I would prefer Prince give, look at that look from him. I would prefer Prince give him even more of a correction. There's a little one. But, you know, there's a fine line there. You know, Prince is not an aggressive dog. He's going to tell him what's up. Hopefully it's going to be clear enough to the dog, but a little more actually would be good. But how much can we ask of a helper dog to have that line between not biting a dog, but yet pinning a dog? Like, this guy should get pinned by another dog. It'd be the greatest thing for him. Remember my story I told you guys about my first dog, Bosco?
That's the last thing you want to happen to this dog. This type of dog is not going to whimper off and run away like a German Shepherd, Maltese, or whatever dog he talking about. This dog is not going to cower like any other dog to this grown dog. This dog is actually showing signs of eagerness and dominance. Man.
Running up and jumping on a dog all playful, and the dog kind of biting him in the ear and him yelping away, and how it was the best thing for him. Didn't hurt him. Well, it didn't puncture him. Hurt him. He never again jumped on a dog quite that hard. This dog needs, and he's actually doing it aggressively, okay? He's going at a dog, and I'm giving Prince a lot of love for being such a good boy. And now you're going to see he's there again. He kind of knocks Prince off, and Prince is not happy about it, okay? Now Prince is going at him, standing tall, doing exactly what I need him to do. And this guy's backing down. But he's only backing down for a second. Prince, again, this guy needs to be backed down constantly. And then back.
The dog is willing to engage, and the last thing you want to do is have this puppy of this size willing to engage with this grown dog that's not even his weight. All you're going to do is end up giving this little puppy some confidence. And if he's able to put his mouth on that dog, which he's going to be able to do very quickly without that muzzle, it was smart of them to put that muzzle on that dog. So that lets me know that the person who is an experienced handler, he understands that things could get out of hand. But he also lets me know that he knows his Doberman should not even be put in the position right there in the first place.
Back to smelling. He's a rough smeller. I've told you that. And you're going to see every dog he meets, he's going to meet multiple dogs. He smells them constantly. All right, now
Multiple.
to the audio.
You see him like kind of go wow like that. Like he's getting the point. Like you can't play like you frickin' want to play. Because he can't. He's mean. He's being mean. He's like.
It's just my personal opinion, but I think this dude is probably biased towards, a Pitbull bred dog. He done mentioned that this dog is sniffing aggressively, he's playing aggressively, he got crazy eyes. I think this person may just be a little bit biased toward Pitbull animals, even though this ain't a Pitbull. This is like a bully bred dog. It resembles them. I think this man may be a little bit biased toward these dogs. That's just my opinion, though.
Running and mean mugging and smelling rough and there, first play ball from Prince. Because the dude chilled a little bit. He'll still get mad at him. Good boy, Prince. Prince is being exactly what I need Prince to be. Good boy. He's gonna keep getting mad at him though if he keeps doing this. Good boy, Prince.
Now you're going to see that in slow-mo. Watch how Prince turns at the right moment, and instead of taking the hit, gives the hit. The dog was coming to hit him right over the shoulders and to come up. Prince turned at the perfect moment and gave him the hit, and then gave him a little something extra right there instead of taking the hit. It was perfect move by Prince. He's being perfect. He's being exactly what I need him to be, and I'm letting him know he's doing a good job. The guy's just too wild, so Prince is saying, calm your butt down. Okay, more smelling. I'm going to talk to you about that in a minute. I've talked to you a little bit about it already, but we're going to get into it more. So Prince is going to keep doing what he's doing. Hopefully, we're going to go down to the pasture. Okay, so the smelling of Prince. I've had so many.
Gotta be real. I like this dude's setup for where he got these dogs moving around it. It look real good.
Comments, especially on this one video where I talked about neutering, where all these crazy non-neutering people get like all nutty and they go, oh, you should be neutered if you think a dog should be neutered. They don't own this dog. The people saying that don't own this dog. The people saying that don't get their dog with other dogs and have those dogs constantly smelling the genitals of other dogs. If they did, they would get their dog neutered, or they'd change their life to not be with other dogs, because this guy obsessively smells the genitals of other dogs to the.
Okay, just because your dog is neutered or not neutered, it's not gonna make it to where he's not gonna sniff on other animals. That's just natural for dogs to do, period. You get your dog spayed or neutered or whatever they do, thinking that it's gonna make it to where they're gonna wind up dropping down testosterone or being a little more relaxed and more easygoing. It don't happen with these breed of dogs. Maybe another one, but these particular breeds of dogs, if your dog was a high-strung animal before you got him fixed, and you getting them fixed to hopefully calm him down, you just wasting money. That dog gonna be exactly the same as he was before you got him fixed. Only time he gonna be sitting and chilling is the time he's doing healing up. Cause once he gets back to regular, that dog is finna be exactly what it was at first. One of the downsides I've seen to neutering animals is that they usually gain weight from people who just have them in the house. I've seen that happen kind of often, but I don't know nothing about neutering or spaying dogs or nothing like that, or whatever they call it. I don't know about getting your dog fixed, but I do know that I've seen animals, male and females, that gotten fixed, and usually about 50% of the time they've usually done gained a lot of excessive weight. It must be some sort of side effect or something. I don't know.
Point where you can't have him around other dogs. It's constant. He meets 2 other dogs in this session, and he smells each of them probably 10 times. Most dogs smell once, and then they move on, and they go, okay, I get it. They move on. Not this guy. It's constant, rough smelling of other dogs. Multiple, probably 5 to 10 times of every dog he meets. Look at how rough he is. He gets underneath the dogs. So all you non-neuter crazy people who think you know better than the owner and you have the life, you don't have the life of this owner. This guy lives in Orange County and wants his dog to be with other dogs. The non-neutering people live on a farm in Ireland and never get their dog around other dogs. So it's enough. It's enough thinking you know what other people need and thinking you have all the answers. Okay? That goes for a lot. A lot of people have all these crazy opinions on everything. Okay? All right, so enough about that. All right. Now we're going to let multiple dogs down. We're going to let Luke down in a minute. But this dog, he needs to play with other dogs.
Even though that dog, it's like a blue dog, probably like a bully bred or something. He's showing some traits of the Pitbull that's like way back in like 7th or the 8th generation from where it had originally started. He's showing some signs that he's willing to create contact and willing to engage. The last thing you ever want to do is crank him up. That dog trainer is telling this dog owner to do this. I'm assuming that he doesn't have an understanding that these specific breed of dog, once these breeds get cranked up like that intentionally or accidentally, it stay with them for the rest of their lives. You can control it, but I mean, you're going to have to always control it. You can never go back once this dog is cut on. It don't ever cut back off. You have to always watch them whenever they're amongst other dogs, especially if they've never been around other dogs their size. You don't ever bring a new dog, especially a new dog their size next to them. That's competition. They see that as a threat. They see it as a potential threat. A dog that is eye level with them, they see them as a potential threat. You can probably bring smaller dogs like a Shih Tzu, a Pug, or Chihuahua. They pretty bad too. You can bring them around because they tend to overlook puppies, and grown dogs that are not so big resemble puppies. When you bring a dog around that's their size that they see as a new dog, that's open competition, and they want to find out which one is better. So in conclusion, I'm saying what he's saying, don't ever do. With this type of breed, not a bully breed, not an XL bully, a pocket, or whatever they call themselves, this type of dog that's showing any type of dog aggression, you never try to correct it the way that this individual is telling you to do. He has more on this video, which I haven't seen yet myself. If you want me to review the rest of it, I will. What he gave out right now is good enough. I didn't want to look at the rest of it because I didn't want to sit and see this dog do nothing that he wasn't supposed to do, and they wound up saying something negative about this little funny looking dog. But you want me to review the rest of it? Let me know in the comments and I'll put it together. But until then, catch you next time, social media.